Hello, traders, and welcome to TradingWithBill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Pattaya, Thailand, and I gotta tell you, we got a blue sky out there. Some clouds, but we got a blue sky. Maybe we won't get any rain today, but it is what it is. Looks kind of beautiful. We got really hit with some really nice storms yesterday, about 5:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, amazing. Felt like I was in a hurricane back in Florida. Hey, I don't have any rants today. What's wrong with me? I'm like 3 days with no rants. I have nothing to rant about. Markets are moving. Everything's going okay. About 7.5 weeks till Christmas. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we only got about about 7-8 weeks, and December 15th we'll probably shut down till after the new year, because the market's really slowed down. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a little ways away. So we don't worry about that. Data-wise, I did peek at this before, and data-wise is really like, there's some stuff. The pound is ruling the data today, but we'll take a look at that. But I'm taking a look at the dollar index at 95.36, hovering there, right? We had 52 yesterday. Today we're 36. So we're just hovering there, really not doing much. However, we have seen some movement in the dollar pairs today. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's see if anything significant is coming out. All the FOMC members are just going at it. I guess they're going to do a rate hike again. That's what I'm reading and seeing, that they're just going to end up doing another rate hike. GDP month on month out of the pound, industrial production out of the pound, manufacturing production out of the pound, trade balance non-EU out of the pound. Another speaker out there, who cares about that? Then we get into the U.S. session, really not a lot. Core PPI coming out, and PPI month on month out of the States. And really, that's about it, my friends. So other than the pound, there's not a lot going on. Nothing came out today. Some speakers had some New Zealand data come out, but it's nothing that's going to affect us. Nothing that's going to affect us. Well, I gotta put a shout out today, because my good friend Jan came by yesterday and stopped by for about an hour. And he's a funny guy. He's a great friend. But he bought me a present. But you see, he didn't bring me the present. His wife sent me a present, and it's absolutely awesome stuff. And when I enjoy that present, I will surely let you all know. But probably a Saturday, maybe a Friday night. We'll see. But thank you, Jan, and so much thanks to your beautiful wife for sending that along. It looks wonderful. All right, let's get to it. Let's get on to the business at hand. Let's hit the charts. Let's take a look at charts. You know what? Let's do U.S. session first. There we go. This is from TD Ameritrade. This is a Thinkorswim platform. This is what I started off with years and years ago. I actually don't trade this platform. I use a different platform to trade my options with, but they do have a nice platform, and the charts come up nice. But let's take a look. Oil. Let's take a look at oil, right? This oil did almost what we thought it was going to do, right? Take a look at that, go across that line there. I know it's hard to see, but it's a two-touch on that. So that was somewhat of a support area. It bounced up there. Now we're at 74.74. The high was 76.90 on this. This looks like this wants to continue to the upside. And, these, and I don't believe 99.9% of them, but they're saying this is going to at least 78 and going to maintain there. And I think that's a good chance that's going to do that. Dollar index really popped up yesterday. Popped up to this 96.14 yesterday. However, it did drop back down. We're back down to 95.67 on the TOS platform. I put Starbucks in here. Look at this move on Starbucks, huh? What a shot that's taken to the upside. So what do you think's happening with Starbucks? Just side conversation. What do you think's happening with Starbucks? I don't necessarily like their coffee, but the only one who made better hot chocolate than them was my mother. but their hot chocolate at Starbucks is absolutely awesome. But I guess they're changing their structure and what they're going to have in there. I say within 5 years it'll be a full bar and everything, and Starbucks will just be another good old place to go and have coffee, drinks, whatever you want to do. That's they're already doing beer, so they might as well move on. I think that's going to happen. Hey, what's going on with the VIX? The VIX yesterday, am I seeing this right? This actually topped 18.38 on the VIX yesterday. Spiked up, right? Nice. VIX today is at 1595. Man, anything above 12, I'm okay with it. VIX is hanging in there really good. So we did have 2, 4, 5. Today's the 6th day on the ESs. We're seeing a little bit of green here. This has just been on the downside, just absolutely going to the downside. I took Facebook off this morning on this platform. I put Starbucks on there because I like Starbucks, to be honest with you. And Facebook's just tanking, absolutely they're just taking a beating. And the Euro futures mixed, right? Got a mixed setup here. So if you look at this, there's something to learn here, right? So this would be a decision candle. This would be an indecision candle. That's a doji indecision candle, right? This wick is about the same as the body, so I would say that's a neutral to a decision candle. Then we have an indecision candle, and then our new candle here is just starting, so we really don't have anything to say. So I do a lot of my trading looking at candles. I like candlestick formations and all that stuff. And I look for, I don't make it difficult. Man, you can get really involved with candlestick patterns and all this and all that. It's really simple. In my mind, I look, is it a decision candle or is it an indecision candle? And that's what I look at when I look at candles. I know what they are. I know what the patterns are, morning star, evening stars. I know that. I understand that. I do like the cup and handle, though, and I can't stand head and shoulders patterns. For those of you who really like candlestick patterns, I could never do anything with a head and shoulders pattern. It just never works for me. Cup and handle patterns, I do like them. All right, that's enough about that. That's what's going on. That's what happened yesterday in the U.S. session. I got to tell you the truth. I was in the U.S. session for about an hour, and I'm going to tell you I crashed. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Yesterday was just a full day for me yesterday. Got other projects going on, meetings. It was just unbelievable. Full day yesterday. Yeah, by 9:30 Thailand time, that would have been 10:30 in the morning U.S. time. I was done. 21:30 hours Thai time, I was done. I was out of there. You know what the problem with that is? I'm one of these 6-hour sleepers, right? So, 4:15 this morning, my eyeballs wake up, and I'm like wide awake. I'm like ready to go. And it's currently 6:48. That'd be 1948 on a Tuesday night. All right, let's get to the chart. Stop yakking, Bill. People don't want to hear your problems. Here we go. So I did this earlier today, and I like the angle and separation. I saw this, and I'm saying we're going to sell this. We've got to sell this. Now, it's just broken that 3150 is going up to that 3155 area. Now, I have to tell you the truth. This was the first thing I looked at before I looked at data, which I just did with you all. And we got all this pound data coming in. But I don't want to buy this, right? Unless you're a breakout trader, I'm not against a breakout trader. Breakouts are okay. Just got to be careful, right? Because we've now cleared resistance, and now it's to the upside. So I just watch this, and we're in Asia, and there's no Asia data today. So I just be careful with this. So, I always say that price is going to come back to the mean, and I think the mean is that 3,100 level, right? I think if we go back to that 3,100 level, that's where we should end up at. So I want to sell this, right? I want to sell this at 3,140. That's why I didn't get in at the 3,150, which I like. But this might run away on us. We just might have to wait. And this doesn't look, as we're watching this live, this doesn't look like this wants to turn around and go. What's the other big thing that I talk about all the time is the exponential moving average, angle and separation. These things are pointing to the upside. There's big angle and separation. It's not time to sell this yet. But I think later in the day, maybe. The problem is we got a lot of data coming out with the pound today, so I probably will not trade this pair today. Even though I liked the way it looked, I really did. Really liked the way it looked. Let's take a look at the euro. So this is on the upside here. This is on the up move. So I assume that somebody said something or whatever, and we're getting this move here. We're getting this little jolt to the upside. I think the key to this is now it's above this 200 exponential moving average, and you're just going to have to be careful with that. There's really nothing to do here. I mean, I don't even have a trade plan for later in the day here. You know, if we can get up to that 1550 area, right? We can get up to that 1550 area, which is quite a ways up there, right? So we'll get up to this 1550 area, you could sell it, right? And then we could take our profits back here at the old 1500, 1510 area at that 200 exponential moving average. If I was going to trade that, that's what I would do. Now, on the other side of this is not a bad buying opportunity. We look at this pair, we're at 1550. You know, though, I love my 20s, 50s, 80s, and whole numbers. And this looks really nice to buy this right now, right? To buy it. The problem is we're in Asia. And, you know, do I really want to take a trade in Asia on the euro dollar? I don't mind taking a trade 2 hours out from London on the euro dollar, but I'm not really eager to jump into this. This would have to really convince me, and I'm not there yet. And I don't have a problem waiting until it gets to 1520, right? 1520. I don't have a problem waiting for that. I'll take 30 pips, folks. I'll take 30 pips any day of the week. Put it in the pip bank. Have a nice day. So we'll see how this candle ends up. So you have two trades, but I mean the optimal trade is let's get to 1550. We'll sell this, right? If you want to, you know, counter trend this, you can see this chart spatially. It's absolutely to the downside. However, you might want to take this now, this bounce off this 200. You got the 10 under there. You got the 55. It's a confluence area. You got a lot of stuff going on there. There's a lot of Forex junk left of the chart. Actually, this buy trade is not bad because look at this. You know, we got a nice wide open space right here. You know, I love trading in wide open spaces. Not a lot of Forex junk left of the chart. So this isn't looking bad at all. Let's take a look at the Aussie. This Aussie, if I'm not, yeah, this Aussie took off. I glanced at that earlier. Yeah, I've got way too much energy this morning. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's not even 7 in the morning yet. I'm ready to go, folks. I'm ready to go. All right, so there's some things here I like. Again, we're above the 200. The 10 is up there. We've sort of kind of maybe missed the move a little bit. Let's get rid of, can I get rid of all these drawing tools? Good, thank you. Oh, I like that. Okay. So here we are. You know, this has made a move to the upside. I mean, the trade was here, right? And this was like, you know, this is end of New York, you know, I don't know what drove this in the middle, you know, between the end of New York and the open of Asia. This kept dwindling up to the top and just keeps, you know, going up there. There's a lot of short candles, indecision candles. You know, I don't know if we missed this move or not. So what are we going to do? If you were going to trade this, how are you going to do this? Well, to be honest with you, we need to fib this whole swing, right? This has been a whole swing. It's been sideways for a week, right? Almost a week there. So the trick here is we're just going to do a fib tool on here, right? Take a Fibonacci tool here. We're going to come all the way over here left of the chart. We're going to swing this over here so we can really get a good look at it. We'll take it down to that low, and we'll hit it right there. Where we're at. Where are we at? And of course, there we go. Let's move that over a little bit. So we're coming up. So the 7120 is the 50% Fibonacci level. Do I think it's going to stop there? Could. It absolutely could. Stop at that 50% level. I'd rather see it go to the 618, right? I'd much rather see this head up to the 618 and then take a dip to the downside. But when I look at this other chart, the Ninja Trader charts, which you all are familiar with, this run really looks strong. It doesn't look as strong on this chart. I don't know why they look different. It's really weird the way that is, but this is a pretty strong move. And I'm not, you know, I wouldn't counter trend trade this now. I wouldn't take this to the upside, folks. Right? We don't want to take the Aussie dollar to the upside. Not here. Right? If you want to do that, you did that off this bounce off the 200, right? You got in at 70, 75. You're now at 71.30. You know, if it hits the 50, get out. At least scale out. Take out 2/3 of your position and let it go. You know, that's how I would have done it. But you know, this has moved some, and there's no trade until we get up to that 71.40 area, 45. You know, the farther it goes up, the better. Let this thing keep moving. See, but this candle's weak. Even as I speak, you know, we're getting a wick now on this candle, right? So this looks like this is weakening out. We might not even make it to the 50. Again, this is a situation where we have no data in Asia. And remember, the Aussie dollar is, you know, the yen's somewhat, you know, these are Asia trades, you know. You really want to take Asia trades, especially on the Aussie. Remember, the Aussie's a commodity pair also. So, you know, I don't want to be counter trend trading this. This chart is bearish, absolutely bearish. So we're just going to see this. We'll let this do its thing, let it hang out. But no trade until we get up to 71.40 or 71.50. That's my 2 cents worth. Let's take a look at the dollar CAD. Now, we talked about this the other day. Was it yesterday? So here's our dollar CAD. And let's just get rid of all of this stuff. We can, there we go, boom. So now this is interesting, right? So oil is inched this way up a little bit. Looks like that might have been what this was. The dollar should be strong with oil getting stronger, higher in price, right? So the CAD should be getting stronger. It is. Now it's sitting here at this 200, and it's already spiked through it on this candle. So if you look at this chart spatially, this chart is bullish, right? This chart is absolutely bullish. My take would be, why don't we just wait till this gets down here? See, I'll tell you what the issue is here in a second, but let's see if we can get to let's see if we can get to this 29.30, 29.25 area. The problem is you're coming into trouble here, and this is going to be trouble. This is your 2900 area, right? This is your 2900 area, and what do we got here, folks? Yeah, this, right? Right? This, look at this, right? So you're coming right back into the support level that's left of the chart. This, you're going to already break through it, and you're going to be below it, so that's not your issue. So at 2880 and 2900, you got issues, right? So there's not a lot here that you can say we're safe to get a clean trade. So in other words, I like the trade. I would still do the trade. However, this is not the trade where you decide to go shopping and come back 2 hours later. This is going to be a trade where you get in it, grab your 20 pips, 15 pips, whatever, and get out. Right? As soon as you see a problem, get out of this trade. You know, the other trades we talked about, you can go shopping and come back. This trade, there's no shopping. Sorry, ladies, gotta stay at your charts. I hate shopping, by the way. Oh my goodness, that's another topic. I'll get on that another day. But yeah, so we got to get this below this 200 exponential moving average. Then we can absolutely sell this. Just take it to the downside. But again, we got junk left of the chart that's significant, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Oh yes, did anybody look at this? Euro Aussie, right? Look at this. Look at this. This was yesterday, right? What happened here? This came down, moved. Now this candle was yesterday. I guess this is 12 o'clock, right? This thing retests this 55 exponential moving average. That was your entry, by the way. That was your entry. And actually, this is an evening star for you candle pattern guys and girls, right? Decision candle, indecision, decision. That is an evening star at resistance. Boom, you take it to the downside, retest at 200, goes sideways and dwindles its way down. So you got in this, say you got in here, right? So you got in at 62.50, right? And now we're hanging out at 61.70. You made some nice pips, all off of everything we talk about, right? a retest of a significant area, exponential moving average, and again, left of the chart, here we go, left of the chart, right, you got resistance. And it reacted. I mean, you know, that's a lucky thing. It actually reacted here. So this just continued to the downside. And yeah, I just absolutely adore this Euro Aussie. It doesn't care what's going on anywhere in the world. It does its own thing. When it's in its mode, it's in its mode. Look at this. Full bullish. I'm bullish up here. And this will keep coming down. This will come all the way probably down to the 6120, 6110. What? This is just going to continue. It's got an issue here, right? At the 61 where it's at now. If you look left of the chart, we got an issue. But if it breaks that, it's just going to continue. We do have some angle and separation on the 55 and the 10 EMA, so we have some angle and separation there to the downside. Surely doesn't look like to me this wants to do anything. And even if you got in the trade and it gave you a pullback, it's probably going to come up to the 55 and it's going to continue back and just continue down and continue down. So this now comes down here, right? Ooh, what did I do there? Ooh, there we go. Comes down to here. And this, you know, of course, we would love to see this give us a pullback to the 200. But I would say the 55 is more likely. Also, it's a whole number, that 6200 area, which is significant, right? You know you're going to get issues there. But on the way down, there was no issues. It just moved right on through that 6200. One candle pullback, and it continued down. Just got to love this. This is really a great chart. Like to take a picture and just stick somewhere and take it out every so often. This is just great Forex. I mean, this is good price action. This is really nice price action. Traders, that does it for me. I have how long I spoke today, but it's probably too long. Traders, thank you so much for being with me on this Wednesday, and we surely look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning in Asia. Traders, always remember to trade smart, not hard, and always remember what? Let's have a little bit of fun. Traders, have a great trading day. Thank you for your support. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, my friends.
It's 7 hours.